Hello, I am the Dapper Man, and I'm going to be talking about a great William Castle film called I Saw What You Did. I Saw What You Did is living proof of how William Castle is the ultimate Hitchcock mock director. It was as though every film that Alfred Hitchcock has ever directed or ever done, you had William Castle right there, just not spoofing it, but it came pretty close to it, as though everything he's ever done William Castle had to come right behind and copy much of it. Many of these scenes that you would see in this film will be that of Psycho, and it would also be done of that of Dial M for Murder. You can't help but just see it so many times, and it brings on that type of Hitchcock feel, but in a very William Castle way. So this film that William Castle did, that he produced and directed, he has Joan Crawford and Joan Crawford is in this movie for about like maybe 10 minutes of the film. She only shot for 4 days, and she supplied her own jewelry, her own wardrobe, and everything else. So it very much shows in the movie of how crazy and eccentric she really was as an individual. And this was made very shortly after the film Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, which with Joan Crawford and Bette Davis, it was not a very good mix, and she suffered a lot of mental breakdowns and so forth. So this was a good help, pick me up, I guess, for her. It also stars a very prominent actor named John Ireland. John Ireland is actually really good in this movie, and it's surprisingly well. It's as though he gives his all into the movie. It's not something that many people would put that well acting into a film that's as campy, as fun as this film. But John Ireland really does put his all into it, and it's really fun to watch him because he plays it right down as though he's going to win an Academy Award for this role or something. This movie had to be very much the very start of phone horror films. Such as I said, it is a mixture of Dial M for Murder and Psycho, but this one takes a bit more of a horror look into it, and it is it's very fun. People who watch Scream, and there's other films like that, I believe it's like Danger Calls Back. This film is the beginning of that type of phone horror, which follows into the usual tropes, such as that a Black Christmas, as I Saw What You Did last summer, I believe it was called. A lot of these phone horrors could base a lot of it on this film. So the story is very simple. It is 3 girls that are home alone due to miscommunications of both parents, and the babysitter is supposed to be watching them. The girls have lots of fun. They get on the phone and they call random strangers and everybody else, and they say,
I saw what you did, and I know who you are.
They call the actual murderer while he's murdering, or after the case of John Ireland actually murdering his wife.
You're not jealous. You're not that normal. You're insane.
No! He's really nervous, tries to hunt the girls down, and it leads to not a very strong climatic, but this is one of those films, as I would say, it is one of the best, worst films you could ever see. It is indeed a bad film. It's not a great film, but it's so much fun to watch. I can't see a reason why you would want to miss this. If there was a film that you must see, I would say this one. Now, as far as physical media goes, I do have a DVD copy, which is right here. It is released by Universal, and it's very odd how this film will be released in Universal, because the only special features in this film is a theatrical trailer, which is pretty sad because you would expect a movie that's done by William Castle to actually have more into it. I wish there was more special features. I wish there was someone talking more about this movie, because this is a movie that should be talked about a bit more. And along with the acting that was done by the young actresses, which is extremely over-exaggerated faces. These faces work very well for silent films and for theatrical plays, like if you're going to a theater, small local theater, or a big production, and you watch a play, that facial range works well for that. And I believe she may have been confused to William Castle, probably told her to over-exaggerate, and she really does over-exaggerate her face, and it's quite quite fun to watch. That is basically my review, my insight on the film. I can tell you, I would love to watch a William Castle movie in the theater. This would probably be one of the first ones I would like to watch, besides The Tingler or House on Haunted Hill. One of the things that William Castle has always been well known to is to bring young audiences into the theater, packing them out, and he always had some sort of gimmick. And one of his gimmicks here was having a seatbelt into the theater seat, so that way it won't shock you out of your seat. There is no factual base on it, apparently through movie posters or whatever. The one true gimmick that William Castle did have for this film was that if you called a certain number, you would get a voice message calling back from the phone operator, and it would say, "I saw what you did, and I know who you are." Unfortunately, because teenagers were being teenagers at that time, as they always have been, as I was once, they called the number so many times that it jammed up phone lines, and it's like, okay, we have to kill this. This is not working at all. So they pulled the plug on that one, which was a good gimmick. Don't get me wrong, it's a very good gimmick, but it just didn't work, especially for that time. Today, it probably would work, but so many teenagers today would be working on apps and everything else. They wouldn't care about dialing a certain number just to do that, because that was something I would did. And I have done. Yeah. This film was not rated because it was not done into the time frame of ratings. So if you are curious why this film, I Saw What You Did, why is it not rated, or it would be rated PG in every other country, this is the reason why. So that is me talking about I Saw What You Did. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and my intake on it. I very much love the film, and I believe it's a film that hopefully you get a chance to watch. And that'll be it. So until then, I'll see you around to my next video review, and have a lovely day. Take care. Cheers.